Hello everyone, my name is Joshua. This is the 154th video on my video journal series. Today's date is Sunday, the 12th of July, 2026. How's everyone been? I've been pretty good, thank you. And today I was actually booking my end of year trip. Now I still want to keep a secret, but I know I said a few weeks or months ago that I was reconsidering my need to travel because of the current state of the world, fuel crises and all that. But I had enough confidence. I was like, you know what, screw it. I'll just book a trip to a country which I'm not going to disclose. I want to keep it a secret. But yeah, it's going to be late November throughout late December. So it's going to be around a little over 3 weeks. And it took a lot of planning, a lot of preparation. I got the flights, hotels. I'm still planning out the activities and all that, but that shouldn't take too long. And I'm really excited. But when I was booking the hotels, there was this one thing that constantly occurred, and that was when I searched up the hotel name. The first couple of results will be like sites like Booking.com and all these like third-party sites, and you have to like scroll all the way down to get the official hotel chain's website. And I always like to book through the official hotel chain's website because it's often cheaper, it's more reliable, secure. But there was an instance where I thought this was the hotel chain's website, but ended up being like a third party. And I got like pretty dodgy vibes from it. So I like clicked off the tab and I was like, oh, where's the official website? Turns out it was like right at the top of the page in like a very small font, right next to the search result for the name of the hotel. And I clicked that link and I was like, oh, this looks more legit. So yeah, Deceptive design. Now, I actually learned about this last year. There's a proper term for it. It's like grade design or something like that, where it's like websites and services are intentionally designed to confuse you and to get you to spend more or be lured into like a certain trap. Dark patterns, is that what it's called? It's been a while. I got to jog up my memory. But yeah, obviously, this was like towards the end of like my booking spree. So maybe Google used all that data to analyze, saying, hey, this guy's booking a lot of hotels. Maybe we should throw a third party so then we can get like an extra commission or whatever. I don't know, because they have like 1,000 sponsored links before you can get to like the official ones. It's so annoying. My rule of thumb: always book through the official hotel's website, and it should even say like the website domain. You can even like go on Google Maps, search up that hotel chain, and it should prompt you to the official website. I know some third parties and all that can be expensive and a little bit dodgy. So yeah, always book through the official website's my rule of thumb. And always like be careful where I guess you spend your money online, because I was nearly lured because I noticed this website, it had like a fee, right? We'll send you an SMS. This was like the third party website, by the way. We will send you an SMS of your reservation for $2 extra. I was like, why do I have to spend $2 to get an email which I usually get for free? So then I realized, oh yeah, it's a third party. And that is like a pretty like shitty thing to do. So yeah, I eventually found the main website and I bookmarked it, and luckily I did, because yeah, that website looked very dodgy. But like, it was this first search result that came up. It was just pretty much on the front page, and you think when something's on the front page it'll be legit. Not anymore, unfortunately. That's how I guess Google has become. But anyway, that's enough of my little rant. I know the main focus of this video is mostly like deceptive patterns and all that, and it really got me thinking about a few. Like when you try to cancel a subscription, right? Amazon's the worst offender. When I try and like do anything Amazon related, like I can never find the right sort of answer. You click through all these tabs to like cancel your subscription, or alter something in your account, and you just end up getting lost, and you have to go through all these pages so that you can cancel something or alter something. It's intentional by design. Sometimes, if you want to delete an account, you got to write an email and then they'll manually delete it for you, which is just like such an outdated thing. Even official government apps, I know SBS on demand, you have to do that. If you want to delete your account, you got to manually write an email and they'll delete it for you. I'm like, why can't it not just be a button, you know? And fun fact, I actually had an SBS on demand account that I created in, I think it was 2019. And then if you don't use your account for 5 years, if you don't log in, they'll manually delete it. And obviously I didn't touch that account, right? I only used it for like one occasion. Then in 2024, 5 years later, I received an email. We're deleting your SBS on demand account because you haven't logged in 5 years. And I actually I actually bookmarked that email because that is a badge of honor. You have to wait 5 years to get that email by SBS or like by any website where if you don't log in for a certain period of time, they'll delete your account. Yeah, and honestly, like, yeah, like, you know, it's nothing to be excited about, but I was like, it just caught me by surprise. And obviously, I didn't log back in because, you know, I wanted that email, you know, as my certificate saying, yeah, I did not log in this account for 5 years. But anyway, I'm going to close that book. I just thought I'd bring it up because I remember it now. But yeah, geez, all the major like e-commerce sites are like this, you know. eBay is a little bit better. I know how to use eBay because I've been using it for a while. You know, but maybe like newcomers don't fully understand what's going on, and I would sort of see their perspective. Geez, you know, trying to navigate through MyGov. Oh, MyGov is it's not as bad as the other websites I've been on, but like, you know, MyGov, which is the official government website, you got to go through all these tabs, and same with Centrelink, same with ATO if you got them linked. You know, trying to get anything government related, you know, it's a pain. Like I've always have issues with banks, especially if I want to change my password and all that. I put in all the correct details, but then it says, oh, it still doesn't work. You can't do this at the moment. You can't change your password. So you end up having to phone up the bank, be in queue for 40 minutes on the phone. I've done this, I think, twice. And, you know, you have to talk to someone saying, hey, I want to change my password. You know, can you send me the link? Yeah, because the last time I did it, I had to call up someone because it wouldn't allow me to do it online for some dumb reason. Maybe because the, you know, security deets were like, I call them deets, details were outdated, or I don't know, maybe a problem on their end. I don't know. I always just hate those technical problems, and I'm sure some of you can relate to this. You know, but like I feel like with banks especially, they sort of incorporate a dark design, you know, where they want you to, I guess, be focused in the app, right? They want to, I guess, manipulate actions. You know, just like things like especially social media, right? Social media is a better example to use this, you know, sites like YouTube and all that. Sites, I'll focus on YouTube. If you have the YouTube app on your phone, when you exit YouTube, it will still keep the video playing in like a small window, and that's designed basically to keep you inside of the app at all times, you know, even though you clicked out of the video is still playing. And I find it a bit annoying because sometimes I click off the video, I want to go to another app, but then, you know, the video is still playing. It didn't do that before. It's only been like a newish sort of thing. I know it was a feature of Premium or YouTube Red or whatever, but it seems like now you can sort of play videos outside of the app in a limited capacity. You know, if you turn your phone off, the video will stop playing, but, you know, if you exit the YouTube app, it will. And, you know, even with YouTube, like, yeah, when you're scrolling through, whenever I scroll through YouTube Shorts, it's that same sort of pattern. They want to get you literally locked in to this experience of just keep on swiping down, 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 or I think it's swiping down for YouTube Shorts. I don't know. It's just that hypnotic pattern. And I know I might seem dumb for not knowing how to use YouTube Shorts, even though I just said I use it. But like, literally, you don't even think about it. You just like, whenever I do it, I just like literally swipe, 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 swipe. You know. And yeah, like I don't have Instagram or anything like that. I only really use YouTube and just, you know, Discord for private use. But even with YouTube, sometimes another thing I hate about YouTube is when I use it on my desktop, my PC. Sometimes they put ads, but they like sort of disguise them as YouTube videos. So when you go in like the home page, you're scrolling and you say, "Oh, that's a good video," but before you click on it, you realize, "Oh yeah, this is a redirect to another website." But they sort of disguise it as YouTube videos. It has that same bubble and like title, but it's like an ad, and most probably give you a virus. And there's so many just garbage ads on YouTube nowadays, like proper viruses. I'm not even joking. This isn't me defaming YouTube or whatever, but like, it's a site used by everyone. I don't want to click on the link and it redirects me to like, some dodgy website. Like, click here to download this link. I just hate them. YouTube, like, if YouTube's gonna have ads, put like safe ads in there. Don't put like, news.com.au ads where it's like, yeah, 50-50, your computer's gonna get infected, sort of thing. At least like websites like The Guardian, for instance, they have ads, but like they're like at least somewhat reputable, and they don't like plaster it all over your face. News.com.au is a guilty pleasure of mine. I don't like thoroughly reading the articles. I just like skimming through it and just it's sort of like junk food. I don't believe what news.com.au is saying. It's all drama. It's all Murdoch, but at the same time, it's just addicting. I don't know why. It's just that sometimes you crave that sort of drama, or you just like, you want to like just say, "Oh, look at this article. How it's clearly very strongly worded." Let's put it that. But yeah, it's just it's the first thing. Sometimes when you search up the news, it's like the first thing that pops up. If you're Australian, news.com.au, they have an advertisement campaign. Be on it. And news.com.au, yet again, I feel like that has like that sort of design where it's enticed, where they have like everything, right? It's enticed to keep you in, beauty, health, travel, politics, and they have like 1,000 ads just like sprawling at your face. It's pretty much like if you ask someone like 30 years ago what the internet would look like, or like in I don't know, 50 or 100 years or whatever, they'll say, "Oh yeah, it'll be this place where there's just like constant ads everywhere." Well, it looks like we already have arrived to that sort of future. Maybe that's just my analogy. I think that's what someone would have most probably said 30 years ago. Wouldn't be out of the question. Maybe I got that from the movie Idiocracy, where like the character whatever travels to the future and travels. I haven't watched the full movie. I just know he's in the future, and like there's just like ads everywhere. That's most probably where I got it from. Just constant ads, and I really got to watch that movie. I've only seen clips, and I just know like the vague premise of it. Whenever I get like a vague premise of a movie in my mind, I like to use that as an analogy, because I don't know. It's just how my brain works, the design of my, I was trying to be cheeky, but I was trying to say the design of my brain, link it back, but that just sounds stupid. I'm just going to end it there. It's just, like, I think, yet again, if you watched the movie Idiocracy, you must probably know what I'm talking about. Maybe you can give me some more detail. How about how you think advertisements and I guess dark designs, whatever you like to call it, manipulative patterns, sort of affect the human experience, going online and even going to a quote unquote safe site like YouTube that still give you like all these like AI generated ads. Oh, I hate them, the AI generated ads. And they have I guess it's not so much like young people, but it's the older generation who fall for these ads. It's intentional, right? It's intentional design to lure the vulnerable in using these AI generated slop ads, or like an AI grandma saying, "I'm selling off my entire collection." If you come across one of these ads, by the way, do not click on them. They're complete bullshit, the AI generated ads. So just stay away from them. But yeah, they unfortunately, luring older people and they lose a lot of money or resources, or have their personal details stolen because of just a simple AI generated ad. And honestly, I'm getting quite sick of just all these manipulative AI patterns. I feel like scam advertising and deceptive designs have only gotten worse because of like AI slop, basically. Um, you know, and again, I don't know how AI slop will be treated in the future, but I'd much rather have like a stock image. When was there a time, actually, I'm going to pose this. Was there a time where people thought stock images were overtly intrusive? Did people look at stock images maybe like 10 or 20 years ago and think, oh, it's a freaking stock image, it's the same old crap, the way we sort of view AI slop now? Because now, I much prefer having a generic stock image with the watermark or whatever than AI slop. Am I weird for saying that? Like, AI slop just feels artificial, fake. But like with AI, with stock images, right? Obviously, it's an artificial scenario, but you got human actors in it, and some of them are memes, which make it funny and relatable to the modern audience. But yeah, like honestly, if you're just advertising your business on a budget, just include an authentic human stock image. I don't care if it has the watermark or anything, just include that. All right. But obviously times change and people are like, all right, let me just type in this thing into this AI software, generate an image for me, then plaster it on my business or whatever. Like that might seem as easy, but if I just see an AI generated image in any establishment, that just like kind of puts me off. Yet again, the establishment might be fine. It might be a bar, it might be a general store. Obviously I'm going to go there. I don't care what they plaster all over the place. But yet again, whenever I see like an AI generated image at one of those places, um, it just puts me off. And I guess the design of physical stores also, like shopping centers and all that, they're designed to lure you in. Whenever you go to Westfields, if you're in Australia or the UK, I think they've got Westfields in the UK. The shopping centers themselves are arranged in a way to keep you trapped in. And I've experienced this, right? Obviously, I know my local Westfields, the ones I've been to all the time, even as a little child. So I'm able to know where the exits are, where the stores I need to go are. But when I went to, I'm going to bring this up again. When I went to Warringah Mall, it was a massive complex. Massive. It was like two shopping centers in one. And I could not like navigate that place, And I felt like, whenever you try and navigate a new shopping center or just a new place, it is intimidating, but it's designed to keep you trapped in. Entering the shopping center is easy enough, and they just keep on putting like all these stores, water fountains, and all that, all these like, eye candy sort of things to just like lure you in. And I know I'm sounding like very critical, but that's how it works, And trying to exit a shopping center, I believe the Chasers War and Everything made a skit out of this. If you search up Chasers War and Everything Westfield skit, where they're trying to make fun of like how to leave a Westfield is like some sort of adventure, you're like it's like akin to being stuck in the jungle. And I felt that, like it took me a while to actually get out of Warringah Mall. Nice shopping center, by the way. They have like pretty much everything there, but yeah, it's just like unless you're a local, you will not know where your store is. I know they got the digital displays where you can look up the stores, and that's helpful. But I don't think it tells you where the exits are. You sort of gotta, just figure it out. just trial and error. Or if you have a very good memory, you'll know, where the exits are, the way that you came, sort of thing. But yeah, if I just had to conclude this video, deceptive designs are everywhere. And before, I guess, you go into one of these sort of deceptive patterns, it could be, even there's something as simple as browsing online for insurance, or for a holiday, or even going out to a shopping center, don't be fooled by these deceptive designs. Always write down what your intention is. If you go to a shopping center, just write down, all right, I want to go to this store. I'm here to grab this product. I'm not going to go into any other stores and spend more money, because that's how they lure you in. I'm not here to tell you how to spend your money or how to behave or whatever, but, if you're unsure of something, just don't do it, but do some research. Never, if something seems slightly sketchy to you, could be a website, could be a store, whatever, could just be something, anything, just right in front of you, it seems a little bit sketchy, just don't do it. Sometimes, like sketchy stuff is purposely designed to lure you in and put a false facade that they're, truthful, saying, hey, we're legit, but don't do that. All right, don't fall for deceptive designs. I know social media, it's a tough one, right? To some extent, I am a little bit addicted to YouTube, but, I know with YouTube, you can most probably I think with your phone, I'm not sure if this is YouTube or your phone, but you can set a timer and it will kick you out of the app. There's most probably some sort of device that can do that. I don't know if it's built into your phone. I think my phone or one of my older phones had that feature. Just something that popped up into my brain that I wouldn't be surprised, that they've actually implemented, where it'll kick you out of the app, so that you can rest your eyes. I know with certain mobile phones, I think my one supports this. You can actually make all the apps black and white, because color obviously lures someone in. If everything's just black and white, then they're less likely to tap onto that device, less likely to tap onto Instagram. And if you look at the logos of social media, companies and apps, they're all brightly colored. Instagram, WhatsApp, YouTube, they're all bright colors. They're never gray. I mean, X is the obvious exception, but X used to be Twitter, and Twitter was blue, primary color. I mean, X is black and all of that, but I think X has its own issues. They're all just brightly colored. So don't be fooled. Don't do anything if you're a little bit uneasy about it, even just a little bit. Just take a step back, saying, hey, I gotta reevaluate this. And if you're ever wanting to buy something online, or if you receive a scam text message or whatever saying, oh yeah, you got an Amazon package, whatever, don't click the link. Always go to the official site. Same thing with mobile phones. This is another thing I didn't mention because of time, but another deceptive design. I guess this isn't really deceptive design, but it's more on the part of the scammer, where they disguise themselves as Amazon or Australia Post or whatever, and they put the link. Don't click on that link. Don't click on any links in text messages, actually. And I know, just personal experience, don't do that. But another thing is, and I really want to end with this sort of premise, is that you always got to, I guess, regulate your sort of behavior, and regulate the apps that you use. I know it's easier said than done to say, hey, I won't be fooled by this deceptive design. I won't spend a whole entire day just on social media. I won't spend my whole entire day trying to exit this shopping center. Won't spend my whole entire day trying to get a refund from a scam site that posed itself as a genuine third party sort of reseller, but they're not. And even just trying to do something as simple as trying to cancel something or alter something, even on official websites, is tough. But always go in with a common purpose. Always go in with a sole focus, saying, hey, I want to do this. I just got to ignore and isolate everything around me. All these deceptive designs around me, and these patterns that are trying to get me to add on this, add on that, Even when you press checkout, they're like, oh, do you want to add on this? Customers like this, so you must like that, sort of thing. Where it's even on Amazon, when you're trying to buy something, and then it says customers have also purchased this. and it automatically like ticks the box for you. But I'm like, no, I don't want those extra things. I just want this thing. So yeah, isolate the distractions around you. AI grandmas, don't pay attention to them. If you're old, you will notice saying if something's too good to be true, it often is. And yeah, that's how we can, I guess, avoid these deceptive patterns. And yet again, bringing it back all to me, this is all the issues that I faced in my life. Luckily, I know how to like be aware. But if you're, I guess, someone who's not as tech as literate in technology, you got to watch out for these things. But anyway, that's enough of me talking, and that's enough of deceptive designs and scams and AI grandmas and all that. I'm just going to put that all in this box, and that'll be the end of today's video. Yet again, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye, see you, take care. Catch you all tomorrow.